Did you know a 4 diamond Giratina EX is rarer to get than an Immersive Giratina EX? And did you know a 2-star Giratina EX is rarer than a Crown Rare Pokeball? And did you know that a shiny Weedle is rarer than a shiny Charizard EX? Welcome back to another TCG Pocket video. It's Bro Vinny here. We're going to cover the offering rates of Shining Revelry in today's video and try to understand everything that I just said at the start of the video. By following through this video, I hope you get an understanding of how the offering rates work, because this set has made offering rates a whole lot more confusing. I can't even remember off the top of my head anymore which rarity is rarer than which. And have you wondered where the shining cards, their offering rates come from? I mean, everything has to add up to 100%, right? You can't pull more than 100% of cards. Since the developers created 2 whole new categories of rarities, it has to take the offering rates from something else to make them appear. Normally, if they added more cards into the same rarity, so let's say in this set there's more 2-star cards, and there are, than other sets, what they do is all of the cards still share the same rarity, but meaning that each card will be more difficult to get, because what they do is that each additional card getting added to a 2-star rarity share still the same offering rate of the 2-star rarity, if we ignore God packs. So as a result, the more cards there are in a rarity, the more difficult it is to get any specific card. If you're after Iono, but there are 17 2-star cards, it is, compared to any other set, the most difficult to get a specific card that you want, because there are simply more cards in that rarity. So that's simple to understand, because more cards is worse. But what happens when they add a whole new rarity? Did the 1 Shining Star rarity take away the offering rates of 1-star rarity? Did the 2 Shining Star rarity take away the offering rates from 2-star rarity to get shared for the new cards that got added? Well, I've got some good news for you. The developers didn't really touch the offering rates of 1-star, 2-star, 3-star, or Crown Rare. The offering rates of Shining Stars, so the new categories being set up, came from earlier rarities, so these more common rarities. Let's take a look at where it comes from. I'm going to pick Triumphant Light, but it doesn't really matter because the numbers that I'm comparing are the same for every set prior to Shining Revelry. I'm talking about the offering rate of the rarity. So pay attention to the rarities offering rates, not the card offering rate, the rarities offering rates. Now, 1 diamond doesn't change. There are always going to be 3 cards that are 1 diamond unless you've got a God pack. That applies even to Shining Revelry. As I said, Crown Rare, 3-star, 2-star rarities, and 1-star also didn't change for Shining Revelry. So that's good news. They didn't take away these offering rates and make these cards more difficult to get in order for us to get the shiny cards. What they did do, and you'll see in a moment, is take offering rates from 3 diamond rarity. In Triumphant Light, this is a 5% rate in the 4th card, 90% rate in the 4th card, 20% rate in the 5th card, and 60% rate in the 5th card respectively. Now let's take a look at Shining Revelry. Like I said, Crown Rare doesn't change, 3-star, 2-star, and 1-star also don't change. So the question is, where did they get this 0.333% and 0.714% for these shiny cards? Where did they come from? Well, it also didn't come from the 4 diamond rarity. Where the rates of the rarity actually changed is in the 3 diamond and 2 diamond. And you can see, remember earlier we saw 5%. Now in every other set, this has never changed until now. For 2 diamond, it's now 89%. So for the 4th card position, they took 1% from the 2 diamond rarity and around 0.05% from the 3 diamond rarity. In the 5th card position, the shining card rate is 1.3% for the 2 Shining Star and 2.86% for the 1 Shining Star. So where did these 2 numbers come from? So similarly, if you look at the 3 diamond rarity, that number that used to be 20% in the other sets has gone down. About 0.2% was taken away from 3 diamond, and then for 2 diamond, they took a whole 4% away in order to give it to the shining stars. Apologies for all the numbers, but if I've lost you, now's the time to come back. Because what that means is that overall, we are supposed to be getting more rare cards than any other set. Because overall, we are not losing 1, 2, 3 star cards, or crown rare, or even 4 diamond cards. We are losing 3 diamond and 2 diamond to get more of these rarer cards that are 2 shining star and 1 shining star. So if you felt like you've had better luck in this set, that's not a coincidence. That is real. That is just what the numbers tell us. If you feel like you had worse luck, well, you just got really unlucky then. So that's really good news, for collectors especially. Not for completionists, but for collectors, especially shiny hunters or just rare card hunters. Unfortunately, this is where the good news is going to stop. We're now going to take a look at the offering rates of all rarities and all cards and look at how confusing this set has made things. And I'm going to probably lose some of you along the way, but try to bear with me. As I said earlier, Giratina EX as a 2-star card has a 0.117% chance of appearing, which is fairly small, but it's worse than the chance of you seeing a crown rare. A crown rare has better rates than a specific 2-star card. And that's due to the sheer number of 2-star cards they put into the 2-star rarity this time around. And I explained this in my other video, why they had to add this many 2 stars is related to how many 4 diamond they added, so then they had to balance out the 2 stars they had to add. Anyway, the point being that the same 2% in the 5th card position gets shared among a lot more cards this time around than any previous set, making 2-star the rarest card to get for a specific card. If you're hunting 1 card in this thing, let's say you're just hunting red, good luck. It will take you about 650 packs for you to be expected to get 1 red. That's based on my calculations, which you can see here. In yellow is the specific card chance. You're expected to get at least 1 red in 653 packs. Rarer than 2-star rates in any set we've seen so far. If you just like collecting any 2-star though, it doesn't have to be a specific 2-star for you, well, you have a much better chance of doing that because on average, you're expected to see at least 1 in every 39 packs. So I'm hoping you understand that this 1 in 39 packs means you're happy with any 2-star card that you get. It could be a duplicate, but at least the rates aren't too bad if you're happy with any 2-star. And by a similar token, because of the sheer number of 4 diamond cards in this set, you guys know that we got 9 EX cards added, so they all fall under the 4 diamond rarity. The number of packs you need to get at least 1 specific card, let's say you're hunting a Giratina EX, it's 1 in 108 packs. Which means you need more packs to see a 2-star Giratina than you are to see a 3-star. Which means you're more likely to see an immersive Giratina than a 4 diamond Giratina. It only takes about 90 packs for you to on average see at least 1 for Giratina EX Immersive Art. That actually happens to also apply to the shiny star rarities. Yes, these are the more common cards. The 1 shining star, on average you get about at least 1 in 28 packs. As long as you're happy with any shiny Pokemon. But there are 10 of them, there's quite a few of them. Comparatively, you're less likely to get any 2 shining star rarity. It's 1 in 59 packs, but there aren't as many of them. If you happen to land the 1 in 59, you're more likely to get Charizard than you are to get Charmander in the 1 in 28. I hope that makes sense. Well, because there's only 4 cards in the 2 shining star category, and therefore, the chance of you landing a shiny Charizard EX is better than you landing a shiny Charmander or shiny Weedle or shiny Kakuna or any specific shiny 1 shining star card. So I told you it was going to be confusing. Let's now rank them in terms of their rarity. What is the rarest to the least rare cards in this set? Well, Let's look at the numbers in purple first. In purple is the chance of you landing the rarity. Doesn't matter which card, as long as you land a card in that rarity. So we're ranking them based on how rare that rarity is. And of course, since there's only one card in Crown Rare and one card in Immersive, this actually belongs in the purple group as well as the yellow group. So in terms of the category of rarity, the rarest of all is still Crown Rare, followed by the 3-star Immersive. Then it's 2 Shining Star as a rarity, that's the 3rd rarest. Followed by 2-star, then 1 Shining Star, then 4 Diamond, then 1 Star, then 3 Diamond, then 2 Diamond, and then 1 Diamond. Things take a turn when we look at the specific card, so now we're only looking at the yellow numbers. The rarest of all is 2-star with the biggest number here. It takes 653 packs if you're after a specific card, followed by Crown Rare, followed by 1 Shining Star, and then 2 Shining Star, and then 4 Diamond, and then 3-star Immersive, then 1 Star, 3 Diamond, 2 Diamond, and 1 Diamond. So as simple as this infographic can be made, it's still complicated to rank them in the correct order. The way Banana Tanks has chosen to display this graphic is horizontally 1, 2, 3, 4 diamonds, 1, 2, 3 stars, then 1, 2 shining stars vertically, and then Crown Rare. But even in this beautiful representation, it doesn't actually tell us which card or category of rarity is the rarest. And another way to think about this, in case I've confused you, is if we tabulated all the cards in the world, we are expected to see more immersive Giratina floating around than 4 Diamond. I'm of course not including the chance of you pulling it from Wonder Picks or any other methods. These numbers are based purely on pack opening, and it includes the 4th card and 5th card position, and also includes the chance of God Packs. So I guess an interesting point to note is, where have the developers decided to put 1 and 2 Shining Star rarity relative to the existing rarities? How rare are they considered? We're going to use the purple number here to compare. It seems that the developers believe Shining Pokemon, the 2-star, the rarer ones, belong in terms of their rarity and availability between 3-star and 2-star. And the 1 Shining Star to be between 2-star and 1-star. So that's where those rarities sit. So if someone were to come up and ask me, do I think a shiny Charmander is rarer than a 1-star Wigglytuff, I would say yes. But what about a shiny Charmander compared to a Wigglytuff 2-star? Which one is rarer? Well, in that case, 2-star is a rarer card and also a rarer rarity. So it's a bit wild that I still haven't got any of these 1 Shining Star cards, and yet I've got a number of these 2-star cards, which I'm pretty happy about, as you may have seen in my pack openings from an earlier video. I did eventually get a Shining Wugtrio, and if you ask me whether I was luckier to get a Shining Wugtrio or Immersive Giratina, which I've got both of, that's when it gets a little confusing, because if you ask me, the specific card is rarer than a Giratina EX Immersive, but as a rarity, it is more common. If you understood that, you understood this entire video. If you didn't, I'm not sure I could make it much simpler. Maybe just re-watch it again. So hopefully you guys found that as interesting as I did, and confusing at the same time. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for you, but I feel like so far there's been one common theme. 1-star's value seems to be plummeting. For several sets now, it's lost in terms of its rarity compared to even 4 Diamond card. But especially so in Shining Revelry because of the sheer number of 4 Diamond cards. One thing I should probably clarify is, if you're wondering why we have to look at these two numbers, why do we have to look at the chance of landing a rarity and the chance of landing a specific card, is for collection purposes. Because let's say you've collected every single 4 Diamond card in this set except for Clotsire EX. The number you're looking at to see how many packs you'll need to open to get Clotsire, or should you just go for Wonder Pick or pack points, is the one in yellow. If you just started opening this booster pack, and you're wondering how likely you are to encounter any 4 diamond, then you're looking at the purple number here. Because any 4 diamond you land on will be a new card to your collection. But along the way, you're going to get duplicates after duplicates until you're just missing 1 card, and then this is the number you need to know in terms of how likely you are to complete that last missing card. Lastly, let's take a look at the God Pack rates. Did the developers also put shiny cards into God Packs? And yes, they did. But because of the number of cards that are now available in God Packs in Shining Revelry, the chance of you getting any specific card is quite low relative to our previous God Packs. I mean, in Genetic Apex, because there were much less cards that are available in God Packs to choose from, the rates were about 5% per card. In Shining Revelry, it's almost half of that. Thank you for watching, guys. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe and tell me what you think, whether all of this is good news or bad news. To me, I'm no longer a completionist for this game, so I'm happy that at the very least, they gave us shining rates out of the low rarities, not the high rarities.